The Chicago Bulls end up losing Game 1 of the first round of the NBA playoffs to the Milwaukee Bucks by a final score of 93-86. So let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NBA here to talk about the Chicago Bulls and the NBA playoffs. So if you're a Bulls fan, make sure to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button down below. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And guys, as always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, people. So I apologize about getting this video out to you guys late because yesterday after watching the game, I was not able to get home till very, very late in court. So that is why I wasn't able to drop it right away, which I usually do. You guys know I'm pretty good for it. So just want to point that out. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about this game. All right, so the Bulls got off to an awful start in this game. It looked like it was going to be a blowout, and I'm like, here we go again. But they end up scratching, clawing, and pulling their way back to not only tie the game, but instead take the lead for a little bit there as well. So the Bulls, at one point, I think they were up by maybe 6. Like, it was to that point where it's like late in the game and we're up on the Milwaukee Bucks, the defending champs, the Milwaukee Bucks. So right off the bat, let me just say that I was very impressed. Let me phrase this properly. I was pleased with the performance yesterday. Okay? I was pleased because I don't want to say I was very impressed because that's like if they blew out the Bucks, right? You guys know what I'm trying to say. So I was pleased, very pleased actually with the performance yesterday because the Bulls hung with the Bucks throughout the game, right? They obviously got off to a rocky start, but they hung through the game with them. And the thing that really stood out to me was that the Bulls actually played some solid defense in that game, right? They were rotating. They were getting to the guys that were open, like they were closing out. They were doing all of the right things. I mean, there were a couple of possessions, obviously, to start the second half. You give up a fast break layup to Chris Middleton, right? Billy Donovan's like, oh no, I'm calling a timeout. Like, there were obviously instances like that, but for the most part, the defense by the Bulls was solid, right? The Bucks only shot 40% from the field and 26% from three. Now, the Bulls ended up losing this game, but why is that? The Bulls shooting was awful. I mean, you might as well have taken us back to the early 2000s here with this score in this game because it was awful, all right? Nikola Vucevic, who had a huge game, 24 points, 17 rebounds, did not shoot well from the field, 9 for 27. By the way, he attempted 10 threes, 2 for 10. That's not good either. 9 for 27 for Vooch. DeMar DeRozan, 18 points on 6 for 25 shooting, people. 6 for 25, okay? Zach LaVine, 18 points on 6 for 19 shooting. When your stars do not show up and shoot well, or at least one of them did, the other two didn't, you're not going to win very many times, okay? So the Bulls obviously need to shoot better. Now, here's the thing that makes me feel pretty okay about our chances moving forward is because you could say, oh, Faiz, that means that the Bucks were playing really good defense, right? Well, not so much. I watched every dribble of that game. There were so many open shots that the Bulls missed. Alex Caruso, by the way, who I didn't mention, went 1 for 5 from 3. I believe like all of them, if not at least 4 of those 3-point attempts were wide open and he missed it. All right? So there were plenty of open shots here. The Bulls just didn't make it. They just didn't make it. And it's a make or miss league, and you did make your shots. Because I know what Bucks fans are going to say. Faiz, Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton didn't shoot well either. Well, here's the thing. I didn't see a lot of open shots for Drew and Chris. Like, they struggled, but that's because they were covered. I saw open shots from the Bulls players. Like, they were open. And again, that's a credit or a lack thereof, I guess, to the Bucks for, not playing as good of defense as you would have thought. Look, folks, this is a 10-point spread in this game, right? The Bulls covered it. It was supposed to be a blowout by the betting odds, if you will. And so the Bulls hung tough and they hung in there. So I got to give them credit here. So as far as moving forward in game 2, I mean, it's not that hard right here to figure it out. You got to shoot better. You cannot have all 3 of your stars shoot a combined 30% from the field. You can't shoot 19% from 3. You got to make your shots. You got to make your shots. So to me, let's focus on getting guys in there that are, obviously are able to stay hot and can hit the three, because Milwaukee allows a lot of three-pointers here. So Kobe White's going to be big in the series. We probably want him in the closing lineup. So guys that can't shoot, I think they should get less playing time in this series, because Milwaukee really stops you in the interior, but they let you take a lot of outside shots. And so we need guys to make those shots, right? Like a couple of those shots that Patrick Williams took. I mean, I know it's his first playoff game, but my goodness, he wasn't even close on his attempt. So I need my guys out there that can hit shots. So let's focus on those guys, like I said, like Kobe White, like those guys out there. So that's going to be the big thing. But for the most part, keep at it for the game plan for game 2. What you did, keep at it. Play solid defense. Get your guys in there that can shoot. And I loved what they did on Giannis. I mean, Giannis had 27 and 16, but that's as much as you can expect, because he didn't really take over that game, right? It was just a combination of him just continually doing solid, but get Giannis in foul trouble. Have the guys who Giannis is guarding attack him. And like Giannis got in foul trouble that game, it really neutralized him. So I loved the overall game plan, sending a double to Giannis every time he would catch the ball at times. Like, it was a great game plan by Billy Donovan, to his credit, and that's exactly what we need to do in game 2. We just need to shoot better. Just make your shots. I mean, that's it. I know that there could be some hard-hitting analysis here that you could think about, but it's really not. It's a make it or miss lead. Make your open shots. That's the key word, open, because Milwaukee left them open in game 1. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks.